I'm going to tell you about theory of reinforcement. It is motivational theory, and it is called as reinforcement theory of motivation. So, what is the meaning of reinforcement? In generally speaking, reinforcement means to strengthen something. Like in army or in police, we say we need reinforcement to strengthen our situation, to control the situation better. The force is increased. In civil engineering or in engineering, we say we have to reinforce the structure of the building so that the building is strong. By adding something, we make it strengthened. So that is the meaning of reinforcement. Similarly, in this theory, reinforcement theory, we say that the behavior has to be saying it repeatedly. Repetition will strengthen the behavior, a habit. So reinforcement, if it is by repetition, it is strengthening the behavior, definitely it should be positive reinforcement, not the negative one. Positive reinforcement means you are always encouraging the person. You can do it, you will do it, you are having the capacity to do it. That is positive reinforcement. But we also have negative reinforcement, that is, you cannot do it, you are good for nothing. Then it will strengthen the behavior of that particular person by believing in not doing. Negative behavior will be strengthened. So we have to ensure that reinforcement should be positive. Now I'll give you an example of a small baby, a small elephant. He was tied with a small snail-like thing. Then for many times he tried to escape, but he could not because he was small. He became very big now after 10 years or 5 years, and then he is not trying after that because it has been reinforced in his memory that he cannot break free. But actually speaking, if you see it from independently from outside, if he just push little bit also, he will break free. But now it is reinforced in his memory that he cannot break free. So the capacity, he is having capacity, but because of continuous negative reinforcement, he has lost his capacity of trying for positive things. So negative reinforcement should be not done by the leaders, and only positive reinforcement should be done. Other thing is, sometimes my students are getting confused between negative reinforcement and punishment. Punishment is not negative reinforcement. That is an important thing to understand. We have to differentiate between negative reinforcement and punishment. What is punishment? If some person or child is doing bad thing, we are punishing him. But the punishment will reduce the bad behavior. It will not increase. But that is not true for reinforcement. Negative reinforcement will always increase the negative behavior, but punishment will reduce the negative behavior. So punishment and negative reinforcement should not be confused. Now let me talk about the critical or the limitations of this theory. This particular theory is always talking about the impact of something, and the reaction thing it is talking about, not why this reaction has happened. Why part of this particular theory is not taken care of. Why the negativity happened, why this positive behavior, why the persons are motivated, why they are demotivated. This part of the theory is not taken care of by this reinforcement theory of motivation. So this is the limitation of this theory, and because of this limitation we can have another theories. That is the good part of limitations. Because of limitations, new theories are born. So this is what I wanted to tell you. So what I said was, I talked about what is the meaning of reinforcement initially. Then I talked about positive reinforcement. Then I talked about negative reinforcement. And then I talked about the difference between negative reinforcement and the punishment. And I talked about the limitations of the theory. So that's all about. Have a nice day. Good luck. Thank you.